Exclusive. Hunter Biden's baby mama calls him a deadbeat who couldn't pick their child out of a lineup, as he is investigated by Casey Anthony's private eye, who claimed a psychic told him where to find Caylee's body. Hunter Biden's Arkansas baby mama, London Roberts, 28, has demanded sole custody of their child. According to documents obtained by dailymail.com, she claims in papers filed in Independence County on Monday that Biden, 49, could not identify the child out of a photo lineup, and he's a complete stranger. Also on Monday, her daughter's murder trial by Cheyenne Roundtree for dailymail.com and Martin Gould for dailymail.com published 1822 Greenwich Mean Time, the 24th of December 2019, updated 2100 Greenwich Mean Time, the 24th of December 2019. Hunter Biden's Arkansas baby mama has cast him as a deadbeat dad in their high-profile paternity suit, demanding sole custody of their child, as the businessman is linked in court papers to multiple criminal probes involving fraud, money laundering and a counterfeiting scheme. London Roberts demanded custody of their 16-month-old child, claiming Biden wouldn't even be able to identify the child out of a photo lineup. According to court papers filed in Independence County on Monday evening, the 28-year-old said Biden is a stranger to their toddler, as she also filed a motion seeking the court to find Biden in contempt for not handing over his relevant financial records for the past 5 years. Also on Monday, private eye firm, The firm is headed by Dominic Casey, who worked on Casey Anthony's defense team in her daughter's murder case. DailyMail.com can disclose, Hunter Biden's Arkansas baby mama has cast him as a deadbeat dad in their high-profile paternity suit, demanding sole custody of their child, as the businessman is linked in court papers to multiple criminal probes involving fraud, money laundering and a counterfeiting scheme. Also on Monday, private eye firm, The firm is headed by Dominic Casey, pictured, who worked on Casey Anthony's defense team in her daughter's murder case. DailyMail.com can disclose, according to its website, We service clients, and provide them with continued identity protection, throughout the British Isles, Europe and the United States. Also on its site, it lists its active investigations and reported findings, focusing on Hillary Clinton, Jeffrey Epstein, Democrat National Committee and Ukraine fraud. Casey also claims that Biden and John Kerry's stepson Christopher Hines are involved in a $150 million counterfeiting scheme in Ukraine, but the judge in the case took just 6.5 hours to toss the claims out, saying they had not been filed properly. Biden's lawyer Brent Langdon called Casey's attempt to get involved a scheme by a non-party simply to make scandalous allegations in the pending suit to gain some quick media attention, and asked for it to be stricken from the record. He asked Judge McSpadden to award Biden costs against Casey. Casey, who is known for pursuing right-wing conspiracy theories, inserted himself into the court case in Independence County, Arkansas, where ex-stripper London Roberts, 28, is suing Joe Biden's son, claiming he fathered her 16-month-old baby. Biden, whose wife Melissa Cohen is currently pregnant, stopped disputing that he is the father of Roberts' child after taking a DNA test. The name and even the sex of the child have not been revealed. Judge Don McSpadden has ordered Biden, 49, to provide his financial details so paternity payments can be set at a hearing on January 7. Casey, who called himself an intervener in the case, filed papers early on Monday claiming that Biden is the subject of more than one criminal investigation involving fraud, money laundering and a counterfeiting scheme. He said Hines, Kerry's 36-year-old stepson, was also in on the scheme, as was a third man, Devin Archer, who has also had links with the Ukrainian energy company Burisma, that has been at the center of Biden's entanglement in President Donald Trump's impeachment between March 2014 and December 2015. The scheme accumulated $156,073,944.24 with an average account value, monthly balance of $6,785,823.66. Casey wrote, without disclosing how he reached those figures. Devin Archer, far left, golfing in the Hamptons with former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter, far right, in 2014. Archer served on the board of the Ukrainian natural gas company Burisma Holdings with Hunter. Casey also claims that Biden and John Kerry's stepson Christopher Hines, 36, are involved in a $150 million counterfeiting scheme in Ukraine. Casey told DailyMail.com he could not comment on the case. Due to the nature of the 3-year and ongoing investigation, privilege applies, sources and methods are protected, he wrote in an email. Casey's allegations surround a federal trial in New York last year in which Archer and 2 other men were found guilty of security fraud by issuing bonds for a Native American tribe. Archer's conviction was overturned on appeal. He said that during the 5.5-week trial the defendants provided evidence showing Hunter Biden's association and he did drum up business for the scheme. He claimed Biden, Hines and Archer formed a company, Rosemont, Seneca, Bohai, to conceal their family members' ownership. Under Arkansas law, anyone claiming an interest in a court case can intervene. The court then has to decide if the intervener's interest is valid. Casey's claim was filed in the court at 8:58 a.m. on Monday. McSpadden tossed it out at 3:29 p.m. It came on the same day that Biden filed an affidavit on his financial means which was immediately sealed and is not available publicly. Roberts' lawyer Clint Lancaster also filed a motion on the same day asking Judge McSpadden to hold Biden in contempt for not providing the court with his tax returns in time. Lancaster asked Judge McSpadden to order Biden to appear personally at the court in Batesville on January 7. It is clear that the defendant, Biden, does not believe this court's orders apply to him and that he can do as he pleases, wrote Lancaster. This court should take some action that will make the defendant follow court orders and a believer in the rule of law. His is but another example of the defendant's unnecessary actions to frustrate prompt adjudication of this matter and increase the plaintiff's, Roberts' litigation costs. Biden and Roberts met when she was working as a stripper at the Empire Club in Washington, D.C. At the time Biden was dating Hallie Biden, his dead brother's widow. In court papers filed by Roberts, she said that she worked for him between May and November 2018, although she did not say what she did. She provided the court with pay stubs and a health insurance card provided by Biden. Dominica is best known for his involvement in Casey Anthony's sensation 2011 murder case. Anthony was acquitted of killing her 2-year-old daughter Caylee in 2011. Casey searched the area where Caylee's body was found 5 months after she disappeared 3 times, claiming a psychic had told him to go there. Casey, who runs a detective agency called D. Anthony was acquitted of killing her 2-year-old daughter Caylee. He said he had been employed by Anthony's defense lawyer Jose Baez, who had told him that she was in fact guilty. He also claimed Anthony paid Baez with sexual favors and claimed he walked in on them once while they were having sex. Baez denied both claims, calling them ridiculous, and said Casey had volunteered to work on the case but after meeting him twice, he realized he did not want to use them. Casey, 66, was born in Britain but moved to Florida decades ago. He got involved in the Casey Anthony case, first claiming to work for the defendant and then being taken on by her parents. He searched the area where Caylee's body was found 5 months after she disappeared 3 times, claiming a psychic had told him to go there. An investigation by an Orlando TV station in 2009, after Caylee's death but before her mother's trial, reported that he was arrested in 2003 on domestic violence allegations, although the case was dropped. The report also said he had severe financial problems, owing 3 months on his mortgage and $1,000 in homeowners association dues. Cindy Anthony, Caylee's grandmother, said, "Dominic did whatever we asked him to do." She said that was basically looking for the little girl. He claims that Jeffrey Epstein was innocent of charges that he was a pedophile and that he was killed in prison. He says former President Barack Obama was a business partner of Epstein's. Other claims made by Casey include one that Obama, Joe Biden and Kerry, along with former President Bill Clinton, worked with rogue Russian officials to influence the outcome of the 2016 presidential election, and another that Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters, along with Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman and CNN anchor Jake Tapper are all propaganda actors for Netflix. He also claims on his website that Tapper had an affair with Monica Lewinsky. Meanwhile, Roberts is seeking for the court to find Biden in contempt, as she demands sole custody of their child and said she will only address Biden's visitations rights when he decides to bring up the matter in court. Roberts said Biden is a stranger to their toddler, as she also filed a motion seeking the court to find Biden in contempt for not handing over his relevant financial records for the past 5 years. Meanwhile, Roberts is seeking for the court to find Biden in contempt, as she demands sole custody of their child and said she will only address Biden's visitations rights when he decides to bring up the matter in court. Her legal team points to the court's order on December 6 that he was expected to fully complete the affidavit of financial means, which would cover the past 5 years. Roberts claims Biden failed to provide any pay stubs or tax returns, as well as full and complete tax returns for the past 5 years, his 2017 or 2018 personal tax returns, Schedule K-1 documents for all companies the defendant has reported that he owns or has an ownership interest, and any documents showing income or money actually received by the defendant in the past 5 years, including but not limited to payments, dividends, stock options, etc. Her team blasts Biden, demanding for actions against him and saying it is clear that he does not believe his court's orders apply to him and that he can do as he pleases. This court should take some action that will make the defendant follow court orders and a believer in the rule of law. The most recent filings comes after the financial information for Roberts was released exclusively to dailymail.com. On Sunday, Roberts' financial information from the past 5 years was obtained by dailymail.com. In the documents, the Lancaster but his father Joe Biden has had enough of the focus on his son, lashing out during Thursday's presidential candidate debate, claiming Republicans are attacking Hunter. Joe complained about Republicans targeting not only him and his son, but his entire family, saying, "The way they've attacked me, my son and my family, I have no love." This month, DailyMail.com published photos of Hunter's wife Melissa running errands around Los Angeles, with her blossoming baby bump on full display. A close friend of Melissa's told Daily Mail TV that while the couple is thrilled at having a baby, there's also a lot of anxiety around the pregnancy. They said, "Friends are deeply concerned. Anyone who knows Melissa knows that she's one of the sweetest people you can meet. She's in love with Hunter and of course they're thrilled, but the pain and stress they're going through every day is cause for real concern." Hunter, who has been laying low in Los Angeles during his bitter paternity dispute with Roberts, was seen for the first time on Friday since DailyMail.com revealed that his new South African wife Melissa Cohen, 32, is pregnant and in her second trimester. A close friend of Melissa told Daily Mail TV that while the couple is thrilled at having a baby, there's also a lot of anxiety around the pregnancy. While Hunter and Melissa are currently living in Los Angeles, they are considering relocating to keep their family safe. The friend continued, "There is constant hatred directed towards them from Trump supporters and the president himself. People are attacking her. She's not running for office. Her husband's dad is. All she wants to do is keep her unborn child safe." Trump has ramped up the pressure on Hunter in recent months. In October he tweeted, "Where's Hunter?" and in another tweet he wrote, "He has totally disappeared." Trump started using the "Where's Hunter?" slogan at political rallies, and his 2020 campaign website is even selling $25 t-shirts that read, "Where's Hunter?" Trump's stance has provoked a tidal wave of online abuse and hate against Hunter and his wife. The source added, "And Melissa is also not making a noise about being a new mom because she is respectful of the other woman's child and her mother. Luckily she's a very strong woman and she will get through this with Hunter because they have a love which is strong." While Hunter and Melissa are currently living in Los Angeles, they are considering relocating to keep their family safe. The friend explained, "This month, an Arkansas judge unsealed a filing in Hunter's paternity case with Roberts, which revealed Hunter complained she was trying to embarrass him by demanding details of his financials." Hunter's legal team had tried to use his dad to get the deposition sealed, arguing information that came from his deposition scheduled for December 23 could unreasonably annoy, embarrass or oppress Hunter and his family. Month, an Arkansas judge unsealed a filing in Hunter's paternity case with Roberts, which revealed Hunter complained she was trying to embarrass him by demanding details of his financials. Biden met Roberts while she worked as a stripper at Empire in Washington, D.C. Pictured. She gave birth to their child last August. His lawyers went a step further and asked the judge to quash the deposition entirely, saying by handing over an affidavit of his financial means should provide Roberts with all relevant information for any argument of temporary child support. Last Wednesday, Roberts accused Biden of refusing to hand over his financial records and demanded that he turn over all documents pertaining to his accounts from the past 5 years. She filed papers asking the court to compel him to turn over the records. The two met while Roberts worked as a stripper at Empire in Washington, D.C. She gave birth to their child last August. She wants Biden's financial records to establish how much he should pay in child support, as well as proving he can afford to foot her $11,000 legal bill. Roberts' lawyers said in legal papers that Biden has objected to answering any of their discovery questions, which included confirming the state in which he lives, his phone number and if he worked for Burisma. Her lawyer said, "It should, by now, be abundantly clear to the court that the defendant is not going to answer or provide any of his discoverable financial information unless the court forces him to do so. The defendant has provided no support for this child for over a year. The court should not let the defendant continue to avoid his natural and legal duty to support his child by failing to provide basic information about his income, finances and lifestyle. This court should compel the defendant to answer the interrogatories and requests for production documents in time for the January 7, 2020 hearing. In this case, let's block ads. Why?